Mr. Mayor?
Executive session. Let me I need a motion to reconvene. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Can I get a motion to reconvene?
I'll make a motion that we reconvene the meeting.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any question? Roll call vote, please.
Roll call vote to reconvene the meeting. Councilmember Rao,
Yes.
Councilmember Gums, Councilmember Willis,
Present.
Councilmember Gilyard,
Yes.
Councilmember Reeves,
Aye.
Councilmember Khalid, Councilmember Baker.
Aye.
That motion is approved. The meeting is reconvened at 10:40 a.m.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion from someone.
I move to approve the recommendation of the current attorney from the mayor, William Bill Edwards, Attorney Hyman, for the new city attorney.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Discussion. Go ahead.
Why we called an emergency meeting today? I'm not sure what the emergency is.
I can't hear.
Walker has been doing a fine job. She has not offered a letter of resignation. So we have a current city attorney. I'm not sure why we're in an emergency to have a second city attorney hired when we just passed the budget that wasn't fully funded. We don't have money for a second attorney. And I just got this name today. Today is the first time I've heard this name on this resume. So I'm not sure why our council is forced.
Councilmember Khalid, you're very faint.
I said I am not sure. I just heard this name for the first time today. So I'm not sure why our council is forced to do this right now. I'm not sure why our mayor called it on.
Okay, let me just say one thing. That is, we called this meeting to comply with the state law, and I do not want to go into another year without complying with the state law. The answer to your second question is this: is that the existing attorney is a contract employee and does not have a contract as we talked at this time. So that's my answer to your two questions. All right, let's
Mayor, I'm in the queue. Can I be recognized?
I would like to hear from our current city attorney.
What's wrong with the audio?
we're not going to do that. Not out here.
Well, Mayor,
Mayor.
I would like, if the council will allow me to talk, I would like to comment to the council. I would like to participate in the discussion at the council. Will
Mayor,
allow me
I'm in
to
the queue.
talk.
There's a motion on the floor.
Mayor, I'm in the queue.
Discussion. Go ahead, Ms. Willis, and then I'll get Ms. Walker.
Yeah, I moved the previous question.
There a second?
Second.
Properly moved and second to move the previous question. Mr. Clerk?
Yes, sir. It's a roll call vote for motion to move the previous question. Councilmember Rao,
Yes.
Councilmember Gums,
No.
Councilmember Willis,
Yes.
Councilmember Gilyard,
No.
Councilmember Reeves,
Aye.
Councilmember Khalid, Councilmember Baker.
Nay.
That motion fails.
Okay. I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Well,
No,
yeah,
this is not,
motion that we
we gotta vote on the motion on the floor, Mayor, for the record.
But the previous question failed.
previous
The
question.
previous question was for us to vote, so that means discussion continues.
We're still in discussion.
The main motion is still on the table.
Mr. Khalid, I know. Okay. Mr. Walker, you want to say something?
Yeah, so Mayor, I just wanted to communicate to the council that I do disagree with the mayor. I do have a contract with you guys. The mayor did not sign my contract, but I do have a written contract. I have an implied contract. I would also like to communicate that I do think that there has been an unlawful conspiracy to remove my position from council. That I think that the action that is going on right now, that is attempted by the mayor, violates the Georgia Constitution. I think that it violates several state statutes. I have a lawsuit that is pending. You will have declaration from the court within days as to whether this action by the mayor to use this House bill to get rid of me violates my right as a resident, which is not only my right, but the rights of 100,000 plus people, as well as my right as the appointee. I would ask the council that you would allow the court to make a decision on this before you move forward with what the mayor is recommending. I do have a restraining order that I plan to file today. I plan to communicate to the court that I cannot, at this point, I have been unsuccessful at restraining Mayor Edwards from violating my rights. I have been utterly unsuccessful. He will not stop without court intervention. And I am disappointed as your official, in light of the work that I have done for you for 3 years, that this is the thought. If you want to get rid of me, Mayor Edwards, I would ask that you do it by a lawful process.
Okay.
And House Bill 921 is not lawful. So I would just ask the council that you would, instead of taking this next step as requested by the mayor, you will have declaration from the highest court in Fulton County, the Fulton County Superior Court, who will tell you whether what he is attempting to do right now violates the city, your constituency, and your official. And I would just ask the council that you would wait until the court clarifies that before you take any additional step against me in furtherance of what the mayor is recommending that you do today.
Let me just say this before I get to Ms. Rao. I find it to be very interesting that everything comes out as the mayor. I am following the law as the mayor of this city. I ain't personal, I ain't nothing. I mean, I'm not coming at anybody. I'm not the one filing suits. So I just want to make that clear. And at this time, Ms. Rao, go ahead.
I find it interesting that we are at this juncture. This is not the first appointment we've made for legal counsel. In fact, the way that our current attorney came in, we had a successful transition. Even if this is a matter for the courts to decide, the courts need to decide it. But our counsel cannot be held hostage or be directed by anybody not to comply with the law, which we were told to do by our outside counsel that was hired by this council. And so I just find it inappropriate that we would be having that conversation. Let it play out in court if that's what's necessary.
Okay, Ms. Willis?
I agree with Councilman Morale. We paid an outside counsel that Attorney Walker recommended that we hired. $10,000 to provide an analysis and review of House Bill 921 and 1019. Per that counsel, he did advise this council that the state law is the state law unless a superior court judge overturn it. To sit here and preempt that a superior court judge is going to do anything is out of order. I think that we have current state law in place. We are all in violation of the current state charter. Any citizen can file a ethics complaint against us for not complying with the current state charter. No one has the right to tell me that I should violate oath. No one has the right to tell me that I should violate my oath that I took on 2017 and again in 2019, which is to uphold the state charter that is mandated by the state. Now, whether or not the laws are unconstitutional, it does not give me the right to violate them unless a superior court judge comes back and rules in favor that these laws are unconstitutional. And that is not the case. The law is the law. I'm ready to vote and move on. Attorney Walker, if you decide to litigate, that is within your authority. That is within your authority.
May I speak?
I don't see anybody else in the queue, but I'm going to.
Mr. Mayor, may I speak, please?
I'm going to allow Mrs. Gilyard to speak, then Mr. Khalid, and then I'm going to ask for the motion on the floor.
I just really want to be clear. And I said it before, and I'm really, really uncomfortable, and I'm really uncomfortable with this. So 2 bills were written, and we know from both attorneys who told us, Attorney Strickland and Attorney Walker, that both of those bills were against the Georgia state law, okay? However, because they were passed by the General Assembly, they became law. They became law because they were passed. However, anyone has the opportunity to go to the Georgia Superior Court and file a lawsuit. And if they filed a lawsuit based on what both of the attorneys said, it would be overturned. Both of those bills would be overturned. And so it makes me feel uncomfortable that this was done, putting us in this position. And then there's the other part of it that I'm not going to talk about that makes it even more egregious the way it has been done. And so I am just very, very uncomfortable with all of this, and it just does not make sense to me in terms of A, the service we've gotten, B, the money we've paid, and then C, it's just messy. So
okay, thank you.
And
then we'll vote.
Yes, I have. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have questions. Our CFO, and for Ms. Tammy Sadler-Jones, our city manager. And first, let me apologize to Ms. Sadler-Jones that this is the drama that you're walking into your first job. But my question is, for either of you or both of you, so we are currently considering hiring a second attorney and creating an in-house legal department while we are still under contract, an implied contract with our first attorney. has a fiscal impact statement been created, Mr. Malazzi? And Ms. Sadler-Jones, have you reviewed it and found money in the budget for this city at this time to pay for 2 city attorneys and find additional monies to set up an entirely in-house legal department, which would also require liability insurance, software, hardware, space, and additional personnel like paralegals and administrative assistants?
Good morning, everyone. In regards to that question, I have not seen a fiscal impact study in my office in regards to this particular proposed department. So, Mr. Malazzi, have you seen one?
No, I have not seen any, and I think there has never been a request of getting into finding what is to be done. I think Mr. Donald, was working on that one, but he didn't share what to do. And yeah, so I don't have just as you do. You don't.
Okay, thank you both. So I will just close by saying that taking this vote before we do that would be reckless. Taking this vote at this time would be reckless. It's legally reckless because there is a lawsuit that is currently happening between the city attorney and the mayor. So there's a cloud of title over this job. I'm not sure why we would hire anybody or why anybody would want to be hired with a cloud of title over a job. It's financially reckless because we do not know how we're going to pay for it. I don't think that this vote is going to pass. I pray this vote doesn't pass today. And the next time we have this discussion, since it's clear that there's something going on between our mayor and our city attorney, we probably should have another attorney present. Whether it costs $200 an hour or a couple $1,000 to have a legal expert in the room advising our council, it will be far less than the cost of setting up a legal department that we later have to dismantle, or being a part of a lawsuit, because every vote that we make as a council makes us complicit in this action and makes our constituents, the taxpayers of this city, complicit in this action. And so I don't think that we should be putting our taxpayers on the hook for any of this foolishness. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Clerk, what's the motion on the floor?
Yes, the motion on the floor is to approve the appointment of a new city attorney, Mr. Vincent Hyman. The motion was by Councilmember Willis and seconded by Councilmember Rao.
Roll call, please.
Roll call vote. Councilmember Rao,
Yes.
Councilmember Gums,
Abstain.
Councilmember Willis,
Yes.
Councilmember Gilyard,
No.
Councilmember Reeves,
Aye.
Councilmember Khalid, Councilmember Khalid.
No, he said.
Okay. Councilmember Baker.
Is an abstention a yay vote? I'm just curious, Mr. Clerk, before I answer.
I believe that our parliamentarian, City Attorney Walker, opined the last meeting that a abstention is not a yay vote.
Can she opine? I think that that's not the case, and that's why I'm hesitant.
Yes, you can. Ms. Walker?
Yes, give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm sorry. The question is whether, no, an abstention does not count as any vote.
That's your answer, Mr. Baker.
So Councilwoman Gums, if you abstain, your vote won't count towards the yays. Or it won't count towards the nays.
Okay, nay.
I would like to change my vote at
What
this
is the
time.
vote? You like to what now?
I would like to change my vote to a no.
Okay, what's the vote, please, ma'am, sir?
That motion fails 3-4.
Okay. I'd like a motion to adjourn, please.
Make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Been properly moved. Is there a second? Is there a second?
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? Hearing none.
Actually, there is discussion because I had my name in the queue, but I wasn't acknowledged, I guess, because I didn't get it in time.
Okay, Ms. Gums, I'll acknowledge you now.
So are we able to bring this this back within a week or a week and a half to discuss? Because I do agree that there's some resolution needs to happen to this, but.
Yes, we can, is the answer to your question.
Okay, so can we do that ahead of time now, Mayor, or try to schedule another meeting? So that we all, because it is the holidays.
Let me say this to you. Unlike some things that's been said today, I don't control the decisions of the city. That is a motion you all would make. If you want to do it, that's fine.
Mr. Adams, are you able to send out a poll so we can schedule a meeting within, I guess, a week and a half to discuss this, and the mayor bring back an additional appointment or whatever the case may be?
Yes, ma'am, I can do that.
Mayor, I'm in a queue.
No, you're not, but you're not next.
Okay,
Raul is next.
all right.
Who did you say?
You are next, Ms. Raul.
I didn't have my hand up, but I do hope we can move on.
Okay, Ms. Willis, now you.
Yes, Mayor, I do hope that we can move on. Again, state law requires us to have a full-time employee. We're all in violation of the charter at this time. I also would like to say, Mayor, that your first appointment can be brought back 3 times before it's final. So whether this council decides to confirm your appointment or not, per the state law, the third appointment is final. So you can bring the same person back. And that's the state law. So we do need to move on. Staff is uncomfortable. As a policymaker, I want my constituents to know. I need you all to speak up on this because I am very uncomfortable. I'm in a compromising position where I'm a policymaker and I don't have legal counsel that I am currently comfortable with at this time. And that's just the bottom line.
Okay.
Do I speak?
All right. At this time, let's have a roll call vote to adjourn, Mr. Clerk.
Roll call vote to adjourn. Councilmember Rao.
Yes.
Councilmember Gums.
Yes.
Councilmember Willis.
Yes.
Councilmember Gilyard.
Yes.
Councilmember Reeves.
Aye.
Councilmember Khalid. Councilmember Baker.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned at 11:02 a.m.
Thank you all so much.